Hello everyone and welcome back. Today we're going to be checking out new Arc Line, which is a new CRPG style game inspired by Arcane that launches into early access on November 26th. I did receive a code a day early to check this game out, which is exactly what I'm going to do in today's video. Not going to be jumping too deep into optimization or, every system and mechanic that this game offers, more so just going to be feeling out how this game feels in its current stage of development, and this is still very much a game in development. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump in. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to mess with individual sound settings. There's only one sound slider, so the volume might be a little wacky, but it is what it is. All right, so for character creation, we have gender, character voice. We'll just go with voice 2. And then there are 2 races to choose from currently. I believe there's going to be more. Human and elf. And this choice does affect some of your basic starting stats right here. And we're going to go with the elf. And I'm going to name this character, instead of Wolfheart, Elf Alpha. For appearance, we currently have 4 different face options. We'll just go with that one. A bunch of different skin color options here. And the most important choice of character creation is, of course, the hairstyle. I'm going to go with the Geralt of Rivia style, but we're going to darken it up. And then facial hair. You never know if a game is going to allow facial hair for an elf or not, so let's take advantage of it while we can. I'll darken that up as well. We have lip color, don't really care about any of that. Tint intensity, roughness, metallic, and eye color. Let's go with like a really light green, kind of give that elven nature vibe, even though this game is not very naturey. It's very industrial, steampunk. And we'll throw a tattoo on this character. Oh, that looks really cool, actually. That's dark. I'm gonna go with that one. We don't need any makeup. And then for scars, sure. We'll go with that one right there. Yeah, he's looking pretty cool. And then 4 different character portraits to choose from, none of which really look like my character. I'm not a big fan of the portrait system, even though I know it's a classic CRPG thing. I feel like nowadays, if you're going to do character portraits, there should be like some sort of AI software that looks at your character that you created and then makes an AI portrait that represents your character. I feel like that should be default nowadays. But whatever, we'll just go with this guy. Looks like a younger business version of my character. Then for classes, we have 2 classes to choose from right now, with many more to come. Diesel Engineer, which are experts in firearms and skilled creators in cutting-edge diesel gadgets. And then the Voodoo Shaman, which I think is what I'm going to play right now. Masterful spellcasters capable of dispatching foes with lethal curses, potions, and hexes. Sounds good to me. And then we have available traits, which do affect your skill points and maybe your stat points. Yep. We have Monster Hunter, Thief Mediator, Scholar, The Outsider, Renegade Cultist, The Explorer, Soul Survivor, Arcane Researcher, Monster Hunter. I'm going to go with The Explorer for now. Not worried about optimization or anything. My character, I'm probably going to make some poor choices in terms of builds, but that's okay. And for stat points, we have strength, which is your maximum HP, and proficiency with melee and heavy weapons. Dexterity represents your ability to dodge attacks, as well as the use of diesel-powered guns. Constitution affects your armor rating, as well as your ability to shield and block in combat. Perception determines your accuracy in combat, and is critical for wielders of diesel weapons and voodoo magic. Put a couple points into that. Looks like 10 is the maximum. Intellect influences your odds of dealing critical damage in combat and is important when using some voodoo weapons. Okay, let's go ahead and put some into that as well. And wisdom impacts your initiative, how quickly you react when combat begins, and the practice of celestial magic. There's definitely more classes coming. Let's go ahead and put 2 points into that. I'm going to bring my perception down to 8. We'll make perception and intellect 8 because they both deal with voodoo stuff. And then I'm going to put a couple points into... Actually, let's go... I want some points into strength because it's HP. And then for skills, let's see. Looks like my character is starting off really good in voodoo magic. Let's max that out. Really good in insight. Subconscious ability to sense when you're being deceived or when someone you're dealing with has an ulterior motive. We'll max that out. We have persuasion, charm, mockery, deception, intimidation, endurance, observation, survival, knowledge, sleight of hand, and athletics. Observation involves the analysis of one's environment, attention to details, and deduction. Good eyesight and acute perception are strong foundations for this skill. We'll max that one out. We got passive perception check in Baldur's Gate 3. And then I have 10 more points to spend. Let me see if we have any charisma skills here that I could up a little bit. Deception. When the narrative you're presenting differs from the objective truth, outwitting one's opponent is the key to deceit. Okay, sure, let's do that. All right, 45 in deception. And here we go. Let's jump right in. I did actually see the intro cinematic. There's no voice acting, and the scenes go by super fast, so I can't read them out loud. So, I don't know. Pause it if you want to read everything, but I'm just going to be silent for this part. Seems like it needs some work still, and I'm sure they're probably going to add voice acting and stuff like that. We'll play on classic mode, as adventure mode is the easier mode. Here we go. Gotta read fast. Magic faded, making a way for science. The golden age of technology has begun. Okay. Not everyone embraced the new world of technology. Okay, something about a ring and bring it to the volcano.
Here you have written, and the diesel grenadiers overran the last stronghold of the Hellfire Order, defeating Eldris and the Storm, and ending the Third Magotech War.
The Third Magotech War has ended. There's Alfalfa, looking good. Not really. Looks like he's injured. Okay, left mouse button to move. You can point or click or hold it down. And then Alt is highlighting objects. Let's click on this.
One might be deceived by the apparent weightlessness of this platform, which suggests mobility. But closer scrutiny reveals that it is in fact a section of an airship's deck, fashioned from fortified steel, a load that even the giants could not budge.
Got to give us underwear customization. You're lucky you were not crushed by the wreckage of exploding airships. The poor fellow beside you was not that fortunate, squashed by a steering hydraulic relay. You need to move before anything else falls on you from the crumbling sky. Step by step, you have to stop this madness. You still can do it. Okay, we can move or try to free the guy from the relay. Let's try to free him. The relay is massive, immovable. The poor sod had no chance. Okay, I'm not sure if I had a higher strength character, if that would have been possible or what. A man is rummaging through a pile of debris. He's plainly distressed, and his frenzied digging has left his hands bloody. It must be here. Oh, please, it has to be. Can I help you? Help me. Not even the Weavers can help us now. In fact, it seems they want us all dead. Did you see what happened? I should be the one asking you. I saw your mug at the heart of all this commotion. For all I know, you're responsible for the disaster. But it doesn't matter. The world is collapsing in on itself. The end of times is upon us. Did you see how they transformed into those creatures, monsters? I understand now. We deserve this. We should have buried every single factory to ashes. We should have knocked every automaton into a pile of parts, along with their creators. And what are you looking for? My ring. After what happened to my wife, it's all I have left of her. Oh, please, it must be here somewhere. Okay, let's see if we can find this ring. Yeah, I'm not sure if if there's going to be a narrator that VAs all this. I hope so. I guess today I'm the narrator, right? Wire. Perfect for fashioning jewelry? Sure. Oh yeah, before we try to find this ring, let me go into the menus here. So we have our inventory, skills, perks, and traits, our character, equipment slots, and we have a journal, bestiary, and our map. That's kind of a cool map. A little bare bones, but I like the artistic style. See if I can look in.
There's a strong flow of steam blocking the way. Maybe this inconspicuous red valve can fix the issue.
Okay. Observation. When your character is close to a hidden object, an observation check is automatically generated. If you pass the check, you'll discover something new. So yeah, very similar to like D&D 5e or Baldur's Gate 3 with those passive perception checks as you walk around. Found the ring and a big rock. Okay. The character is really slow right now. Nothing changed since the last time you've seen the man. Okay. I think I found your ring, sir. The eyes of the man go wide. He snatches the ring out of your hand and presses it to his chest. We thank you. The man starts rocking back and forth and stares into the distance with glassy eyes. He slowly caresses the hand holding the ring with the other one, leaving a faint trail of blood on it. There's no point in talking to him anymore. Alright, let's go this way and mess with this red valve, I guess. Hey, we had a dice check right there. So we'll head across the bridge. I'm zoomed out all the way right now, and then this is how far you can zoom in.
Without their commander on magical powers, those who remained had no choice but to surrender. That is how technology came to dominate the current.
A badly wounded man is crying out in pain. A huge metal rod protrudes from his leg. It may already be too late to help him. Am I hallucinating? It seemed as though the world itself was coming apart. Then that damned dragon appeared out of nowhere. Are you real? A living person in all this chaos? Please, help me. Okay, we can ask some questions here, or we can say, I don't have time for this. Let's ask a few questions just to try to see what we're actually able to do here. What has happened here? I have no clue. There was a bright flash, then something hit me hard. When I came to my senses, this damned metal was already stuck in my leg. Who did this to you? Who effing cares? I'm bleeding out and I can't move my cursed leg. Oh, I actually don't have an option to do anything right now. We have to send help, I guess. I beg you, don't forget about me. Look at this guy right here. Precious little strength remains in the dwarf's trembling arms. He could drop at any moment. His surprised look is quickly replaced by a silent plea for aid. Oh, here we go. This is cool. I like skill checks like this. So an athletic skill check. Unfortunately, I don't have high athletics. So it says roll less or equal to 10. So we're looking for lower rolls in this game versus higher rolls. My athletics is 20. And because the person is anxious, there's a minus 10. The dice determines success or failure. Roll two 10-sided dice to get a number from 1 to 100. Roll your skill test rating or lower to succeed. Rolling higher means failure. Alright, I guess we'll give this a try. Oh man, that's a really hard one. I guess he's gonna drop. No. Oh man, I wish it wasn't a dwarf though, because it's not really funny. I like dwarves. Assuming we'll be able to play as a dwarf. I don't know if I should click on every single thing. Okay, this nurse is trying to help out this robot. Could you please treat my wounds? I'm so sorry, but there's not much I can do for you at the moment. We've run out of supplies. I can tell I'm not thinking straight. You can see my hands are trembling, clear signs of shock. I'm in no state to care for anyone. But there's a medical automaton. It's a bit banged up, but I'm sure it's better able to help you than I am. Okay, let's examine this automaton. No, no, no. No, don't walk that way. Where are you going? Right here. There you go. Examine. Environment skill check. While exploring the world, you can stumble upon objects or situations that will require a test of your character's abilities. Dice roll is used to check your skills against specific actions. Alright. So, let's go ahead and examine. The machine is not working, but we can use it for basic medical care. Hey, there we go. Don't have to move painfully slow anymore. Let me come over here and we'll click on this one person that I didn't click on yet. It says use. I'm not sure what that is. We'll go through this dark black portal, I guess.
All sources of magical power were driven from our world, banished beyond an impenetrable barrier. Now everyone may enjoy a just...
Let me lower the... Stinks that I don't have control over individual volume sliders here, because the ambience in this game is too loud. I need the dialogue high. We're going to down this to 16, I guess. Sorry if it's been too loud. The people in front of you are bent over and coughing hoarsely. A wisp of smoke here and there tells you some of their clothes are still smoldering. Once they're able to catch their breath, they look dazedly around at their surroundings. Out of the frying pan and into the fire. Okay, it seems like with a lot of these NPCs we can ask what happened and what caused something to happen. Okay, keep making your way towards stuff and pick up your things. So we have some loot on the ground here. The game looks pretty nice. Feather, grass, saltpeter, small spring, and sulfur waste. Trying to click on whatever this is right here, but it won't let me. Come back down here. Huh. I think that's bugged. There we go. The New Arc City. Cradle of new civilization, home of endless possibilities. Temple of uncompromising progress. Okay.
At first glance, it seems to be a passageway, but upon closer examination, you see that the entire framework is leaning heavily against the rock. A single misstep could lead to the collapse of multiple structures, along with tons of raw stone. Best try and find a safer route.
Okay. Alright, sure. Let's go this way. The blue dragon flying around. It's you, you sick bastard! You couldn't just let us live our lives, could you? Alright, we have skill checks and dialogue coming up. Now everyone's dead thanks to you. Stephen, Mary, even little Joe. He was such a bright lad. The least I can do in their memory is to cut out your throat so you can't harm anyone else. Cut out my throat. Okay, we can say it wasn't my intention to hurt anyone, or go ahead and attack me, see what it gets you. Let's go with that. I knew you were a vile snake. Your life ends here. To your surprise, the man's eyes well with tears, and his shaking body tenses like a locomotive's leaf spring as he draws back his fist, but his jab is awkward and achingly slow. He isn't much of a fighter. Oh, we're not going to let him hit me. Absolutely not. If we roll 40 or less, we get to counter the attack here. And we get a plus 20 because the person is tired. Nice. You easily deflect the attack and strike back without much enthusiasm. Despite his passionate, hate-fueled rant, he almost instantly loses his fighting spirit and collapses to his knees. He begins to weep unabashedly like a child. I'm not made for this, all this violence, and to what end? Please just get away from me. Never want to see your stupid face again. Oh, man. Love being mean in video games. Okay, what do we got going on here? Guys, I don't think I can feel my legs. He's stuck in there. Is that another dwarf? Why are all the dwarfs hurt? Okay. Before you stands a structure that vaguely resembles a fire escape, now in its final throes. Someone of considerable agility might be able to climb it, as long as it stays vertical, though a misstep would likely lead to a most unfortunate end. I like all these skill checks so far, with navigating the environment. It's pretty cool. So we have a 25% chance of succeeding. Yeah, it seems good enough, right? See? I told you. So there must be another way to get up here besides the ladder. Yeah.
The vehicle's brakes are completely seized. Otherwise, it would have rolled on and crashed long ago. The ignition key is conspicuously absent. You must either search for the key or attempt to resolve the brake problem.
Okay. Let's see if I got a quest for that out of curiosity. Shift the car out of your way. I'm supposed to pick up my things. I wonder if I missed that quest. I'm not sure. I might have missed all my stuff. Steel bars, a bolt, and then dollars. I'm not exactly sure what to do here. Oh, here we go. Okay, we can try pushing the car by force, which I have a 0% chance of success. Or check the brake cylinder because we picked up the steel bars. You know, another option would have been just to simply climb over the hood, right? Games are funny with the obstacles that they put in games when you're playing like an athletic hero.
The ongoing clash between mages and technologists was the source of that terrifying disease, the Iron Plague.
The corpse of a well-dressed man lies on the cold stone. Got a bullet in the head. For some, raining chaos is an opportunity. Okay, we're searching the guy. Only a drug prescription for Jerome Glassdoor. All the money was taken. I don't think I'm going to click on every single person just so we can make sure we make some progress here in this video to see other aspects of this game. Let's click on this. Uh-oh. I don't think I picked up my things.
The war didn't take place on our soil, but the aftermath reached us nonetheless. Previously unseen magical creatures began harrying our village time and again. The nearest technologist outpost, the fire shrapnel, extorted taxes from us in exchange for protection, but did nothing to actually protect us. What an elaborate account. But tell me, why are you not content with existing literature on this subject?
What? Where am I, and who are you?
Curious. But let us move on. Many of these entries are needlessly provocative. For example, every day I witness yet another family selling everything they own to move to this incredible new world. The newspapers haven't stopped shouting about it. Apparently, technological progress is booming, and daily drudgery is being steadily replaced by automation. They claim the people are overjoyed, but why do we never hear a word from them? I cannot shake the feeling that the world is falling apart on all sides and the powerful care not in the slightest, while we must smile and pretend to be happy. Audacious. Do you realize that this passage by itself justifies a quite harsh sentence?
Mr. Alfalfa? What if I never wrote it?
That was just the first entry. Every page is rife with distressing theories and questions. Do you not agree that notions such as these pose a real threat to the world?
No, not at all.
I see. You do realize everything that happened is entirely due to your ignorance and arrogance. Everyone who trusted you, believed in you, and every event that led us to this point. You don't even grasp the magnitude of your responsibility, do you?
I do, and I wouldn't have done things any other way.
Each one of these notes perfectly illustrates your insistence on meddling in matters which do not concern you. Let's read another one, shall we? Right here. Something weird is happening over there. I can feel it. Everyone's talking about folks going missing. And what of that deranged dwarf who was shouting about experiments? Even if a word of it is true, I shudder to think what's become of those people, of my people. Exploiting the common folks' superstition to undermine technological progress. What's next? Tales of impossible monsters and phenomena that challenge those laws of reality we worked so hard to establish. Utter nonsense. But however distasteful I find this, we must proceed. Here is some of the reasoning, if such a word even applies, behind your conclusions. Interesting.
Who the hell are you to stick your nose in my personal papers?
The human mind functions in curious ways. If a problem doesn't directly affect us, we tend to think ourselves immune. But as I see the Iron Plague continue to spread all around me, it feels like a noose tightening around my neck. Helen, my first love, died a few weeks ago. I don't know what to make of that. Her parents will not visit her grave. They're that afraid of getting infected. Uncle Victor hasn't spoken in over a week. His skin has turned to a flaky, oxidized crust, and his breathing is labored. I don't know how long he'll last. I hope for a miracle, but they seem increasingly rare these days. Even now, I can hear the metallic rattle of Aunt Hilda's joints. She keeps on smiling, even as the Iron Plague devours her without respite or mercy. All I can do is pray the disease doesn't take them all. If there's any chance to save them from this awful death, I'll take it, no matter the cost. They raised me, after all. I can't stand by and do nothing.
I want my notes back.
Silence! Oh, what about this one? Right in the middle of the chaos you created. My journey has led to my meeting both magicians and technologists, and to question everything going on around me. Is it fair to mistreat someone just because they're different? Why couldn't we have found some resolution, some middle ground? If a different road had been taken, there wouldn't be any Iron Plague. Do you honestly think no one tried to prevent this bloodshed? The laws binding reality were our only hope to stop this cruel fate from destroying us all. How dare you challenge them?
I stand by what I said, Judge. War is evil.
And now we come to the proof that you're the one who started all this, that the whole debacle is your fault. The odds are not good, I know, but it still bothers me that there's been no word from any of the emigrants to the New World. So I've decided to risk it. They're not asking much in return, after all. Only the unwoven filament. The task should be no challenge for someone like me. There it is, in your own words. You're nothing but a thief.
You're twisting it all around. That's not what I wrote.
Silence. These are your words. I smuggled the unwoven filament onto a ship heading for the New World to the Tatterhold seaport. There I will meet with Red Simon's contact.
Okay. Quite the story setting up here. A few months earlier.
The interminable voyage from the old world is finally over, and the relentless seasickness has at last slackened its grip. You inhale deeply and let the warm sea breeze fill your senses. The cries of gulls fill the air, alongside the chatter of folk on the bustling docks. Your heart quickens with anticipation as you take that first decisive step off the gangway. The new world awaits. But before you're free to embrace this new chapter in your life, there's the customs officer to deal with. A young man in an ill-fitting uniform presides, papers strewn before him on the wooden tabletop. With an air of long-practiced indifference, he begins to read from a crumpled form.
Good day to you, sir or madam. Let me be the first to welcome you to the New World, a place without poverty, hunger, or war. A place where everyone can achieve their dreams, etc., etc. You can become anyone you wish in the New World. A warrior, a magician, the president. Together we can make this the perfect home for everyone. A place where anything... Please, pass me your documents and join the line.
Hand him your passport. What a load of bullshit. Can we get this over with already?
An elf, then. Welcome to the New World. Here we know that elves are wise and ancient race. Hopefully you will become part of our modern society. Please ignore anyone who treats you with prejudice. And not all elves are antiquated warlocks, right? Please step forward for a customs check. We need to make sure you're not carrying anything illegal.
I don't know what you're about to do, but I don't think I'm going to like it.
A smartass, eh? That joke was so funny, I think you should share it with the people at the end of the line. Move!
Oh no. Okay, it seems like we have some choice consequence here. I'm not sure. Maybe the dialogue would have brought us back to this no matter what somehow, but now we have to try to persuade the policeman. Hey, I was just kidding. I know you work hard and it's obvious that you're tired. I was only trying to bring a smile to your face. We have to roll less or equal to a 45 and we get a plus 20 because the person is tired.
Yeah, all right. I don't know what's gotten into me.
That was close.
It's just that you're the 87th passenger today and I'm exhausted.
Okay, we'll do as he says.
Surface inspection indicates the new arrival is not a magical being, has no visible signs of corruption, and no evident symptoms of the Iron Plague. Nor do I observe any kind of smoke, magical glow, unusual light refraction, or other manifestations of illegal or unregistered magical artifact. Looks like we're done here. Head on through, and good luck in the new world. Don't break the law and don't join any magical terrorist organizations. Have a good day.
Wait, a giant is supposed to meet me here. Name of Mick Mortensen. Is there a meeting point near here?
I have no idea who Mick Mortensen is, but the meeting point is over there. You can ask around for him, I guess. Okay, take care.
Okay. This looks cool. Law-abiding citizen. It remains a mystery why the policeman himself cannot see the contrast between the alleged rights of the locals and the reality. The urge to laugh at what you have heard puts you in a playful mood. Your mockery increases by 5. That's a perk. Nice. Some nice RPG systems and mechanics going on here. And here we are. Game looks quite nice in this area. And we have at the bottom pickpockets. It looks like I have 3 different spells here. Yep, spellcraft. I have Grasping Hands. Creates a magical zone which slows and damages enemies. Taunting Totem summons a totem to the target location, and it draws the enemy's attention. And Toxic Skull launches a projectile which damages and poisons the target. And then we have Basic, Sprint, Punch, my character portrait, and then Opportunity Attack. Attack when an enemy passes close by. Okay, find your suitcase and find Michael Mortensen. Take a look at the map. Let's kind of walk around for a minute. See how it's feeling, how the world's looking. A lot of loot over here. Can I actually loot this stuff? Without getting in trouble? Yeah, I can. Wow. Don't know if it's all important or not, but... Hey, find some dollars here. A history of magic, witchcraft, and the occult. See if I can do anything with that out of curiosity. Yep, we can. Cool. Okay, we're going to stop that now. Let's have a chat with Martin. This thin, nattily-dressed young man is plainly distressed about something. His face is red and streaked with tears, and his eyes are roving wildly in every direction. The ground at his feet is littered with cigarette butts. We can give him a slap. Hey, buddy, are you okay? You slap the young man lightly on the cheek, but this has no effect except for dislodging a bit of ash from the cigarette clenched between his teeth. We're going to slap him again. His head slowly pivots in your direction until finally he registers your existence. The instant he blurts out a reply, the cigarette flies like a bullet from his mouth and burns your cheek. Luckily, the subsequent rain of spittle soothes the injury. What happened? The Milton and Sons Carrier Company screw up is what happened. They lost my luggage. They just destroyed me. I carried that effing suitcase 8,000 kilometers to claim my god-dang inheritance. I don't know why I'm censoring that. To get my money, I have to present a family heirloom as proof of my identity. And it was in that very same effing suitcase. But of course, you can't bring it down the gangway yourself. Why not? Because it could hit another passenger. Now they're telling me the effing insurance company will reimburse me. Morons. Okay, let's go ahead and do observation because I have a very high observation score. If this thing is so important to you, why didn't you hold it in your hands instead of using a suitcase? Nice. On point with these die rolls. Okay, the heirloom is a prosthetic index finger, a very large one. Daddy had big hands and he decorated them in all sorts of ways to emphasize his status. An accessory like that gets lots of attention, and I didn't want strangers staring at me for the entire trip. Can you describe this heirloom? Perhaps I can find it for you. After a quick look around, he gazes past your shoulder rather than meet your eyes. When he answers you, his voice has dropped to a whisper. I have absolutely zero interest in the circumstances under which you might find it, but if you do, I promise I'll reward you. It's an ornately engraved piece of wood. Quest updated. Okay, we're not going to talk to everybody, because I want to make sure that we actually get into some like combat and stuff like that. Let's go ahead and venture into the city here. I like the art style. Everything looks quite lovely. Fortune cookie. Okay. $1 to get a fortune cookie. Received fortune cookie. An eccentric inventor will offer you a clock that runs backwards. Remember, yesterday's dinner was excellent. Okay. Okay, we observed something. I don't know what that did.
Feeling lucky, folks? Place your bets on Michael Mortensen. Odds are 5-1 against.
You're certain that fellow holding the Crimson Arrow sign just announced the very person you're supposed to meet on the docks?
Okay. Wow, look at this place. A lot of people. Bravo, bravo.
Damn. That brawl was a real cracker. Up until your grand entrance, that is. My sniffer feels like a plate of mashed taters now. And I'm not loving it. Don't get me wrong. I'm glad you're here. But you could have chosen a less no-stumping moment, huh?
I feel like this guy belongs in Gears of War. Now, what's going on here? Why didn't you meet me at the pier?
I've been watching for your arrival. And not just for the past few hours, I'll tell you that. Your ship was delayed, and I've been waiting for days. So to pass the time, I thought, why not have a little fun and pocket some coin along the way? Boxing, my friend, is as straight up as it gets. And when it comes to honest money, it's easy picking. All right, it seems we got off to a bit of a rocky start. Let's wipe the slate clean. Mr. Simon told me a little bit about you. Now it's time I introduce myself. Name's Michael Mortensen, but mostly folks call me Mick Rosie. I work for Mr. Simon, managing his business affairs now and then. And you?
Nice to meet you, Mick. My name is Alfalfa.
Well met indeed. Now, let's get down to brass tacks. In the new world, everyone's got a debt hanging over their head. Me, for example, I have to get you to Mr. Simon. But there's a snag. I took a beating, and now I owe Ernie. Ernie's the bloke with the purse and the trusty notebook. Don't take this the wrong way, mate. Not holding a grudge or anything, but I got knocked out because of you. It's a bit of a tangled tale, but now it's you who's got a debt to settle with Ernie. We're not going anywhere until that's taken care of. follow me?
Okay, we can pay, but I don't have the money. Oh, wow. So if I had $300, I could pay, and then he'll lead me to Simon. It's kind of cool. And then you can kind of skip this if you have the money, or you could go do something else to earn the money and then come back. Okay, let's go with persuasion. I get it, Michael, but 300 is a hefty sum, and time is tight. Do you have any cash at all?
I catch your drift. Mr. Simon's running out of patience. I did manage to scrounge up a little cash. Let's call it a down payment. But the balance is on you, my friend. Best of luck.
And we can also say I don't have time. I'll find my own way. Roger that. I just got off the ship and I'm short on cash. Where can I get $300?
You're in the port, buddy. To make a few dollars, you can try your luck with some portside gamblers. Indulge in a bit of pickpocketing. Or maybe just rummage through a few bags. The usual routine. If you're feeling adventurous and want to reel in a bigger catch, have a chat with Ernie and consider stepping into the ring with Grotwee the Crusher. But I'll be straight with you. He's a tough nut to crack.
Okay, I'll get back to you when I have it. All right. I wonder if I'm missing things because I don't know if I got my stuff that I was supposed to get in the beginning of the game. Damn, Giant, I thought he'd win. Hey, you want to go toe-to-toe with Grotwee the Crusher? The winnings would be substantial if it was someone like you in the ring. Can you release Mick? Not a chance, my friend. That fellow's got a hefty debt to settle, and he still has to fight his way out of it. He's not going anywhere until every penny is accounted for. Alright, let's step into the ring, even though I don't think this is a good idea. Ladies and gents, it's fight time. Let the clash begin. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to use spells or anything, so this is going to be bad. Alright, at least we're getting some combat now. Okay, WASD to move in combat, or left mouse click. Interesting. Then we can rotate. We have a turn order established. Block negates flat reduction. Dodge, chance of dodging an attack. We have armor, protective level preventing health loss, and health. Death awaits when it falls to 0. Okay. Primary points. Active abilities, reaction abilities, secondary points, and movement points. Here we go. So it looks like, I don't know how many points I have total. I'm just figuring this out as we go. But it cost me 5 movement points to move right there, 4 if I go a little less. Let's go ahead and just walk up and... Where's my punch attack? It's right here. And let's just punch this guy. Here we go. I'm going to get my ass kicked, aren't I? Some combat abilities set a status on your enemies, which will last for several rounds. All right. Oh, I can punch again. Nice. Yeah, let's go, baby. Each team has a unique set of combat abilities. Hover over an ability on the hotbar to see a detailed description. We'll end turn now. Okay, we have a reaction now. This is like a little pop-up like in Baldur's Gate 3. Choose how to react so we can block or not react. Ooh, that was a lot. Hey, he got his armor back. During combat, you have a limited number of actions represented by primary points, secondary points, and move points. All characters restore their points each turn. Okay, I see the numbers right now. So I have 1 primary point left and 1 reaction point left. And punching... I don't know what it costs. And we can do an opportunity attack, or I can click on it. I think you have to wait for that to happen. I think I might actually... Oh no, see... Oh no, that's not good. Oh wow. I figured that would happen. Today ain't your day, mate. Maybe next time? Aw, man. We are going to get party members at some point. What is this right here? Visit New Arc, the capital city. Okay. Test your knowledge and make money. Ladies and gentlemen, dreamers of fortune and fame, ever fancied life as millionaires? For the minuscule price of $1, you have a chance to answer 3 easy questions. Don't dawdle and don't delay. Riches beyond your wildest dreams are waiting. A whole $150. Dang, man. Looks like a scam to me. This is definitely a scam, but we're going to play it. Okay. Oh, look, we can do a knowledge. Oh, this is cool. I like how it's taken into account our build. He's asking a question, but I think it bugged out and we don't see the question. So let's just go with the knowledge check right here. It's New Arc, of course. It's going to be hard to roll a 35, but hey, my rolls have been pretty good. Ah, spot on. Well done indeed. Now brace yourself for the next tantalizing query awaits. Okay, the next question for your consideration, esteemed contestant. Who, pray, holds the reign of power and governs the illustrious free states? Think well and answer with conviction. I saw this in a note earlier. I think it's the wait, is it the tech? I don't know. We'll go with number 1. Yeah, I got it. Okay, and our last question. Let's see if we can get this one right and maybe win $150. Tell me, dear contestant, what propels us forward in this age of marvels? Is it the ancient and enigmatic force of magic, or is it the gleaming, whirring wonders of technology? Speak your mind and make your choice. Okay, so it's technology. Oh, wait. No, I thought No, my $150. There's a lot of NPCs that interact with here. We have like a little hammer game. Oh man, this is going to be a strength check, but I'm going to do it anyways. All right, step up, wanderer from afar. You've reached the heart of our magnificent city, as well as the middle of our grand fair. Flex those muscles and see if fortune favors you. All right, pay a small fee and we can win 150. Oh, I'm going to lose more money because my character is not strong enough, but let's do it. Okay, observation check, success. What do I do now? All right, we clicked on the game here. You reach for a hammer. It's made of iron. The handle is trimmed with greasy leather. It looks like a lot of people already tried to lift it. Athletics check. I have an 80% chance, actually. Or sleight of hand. Loosen the screws to tinker with the mechanism. Let's do that. Okay. And now let's smash it. And actually, now you can see my chance of actually hitting with the hammer has gone up to 100%. Gather round, folks, gather round. Feast your eyes upon this rare sight. A champion emerges, a titan among us. In honor of your mighty deed, please accept this as a testament to your triumph. Am I really getting 100? Whoa, I actually got 150. I'm already halfway to completing that first quest. I have 286, actually. Yeah, let's go check out the other part of the city here. See if there are some ways to earn some money over here. I'm going to turn up the volume a little bit. It seems to be really inconsistent. Not too much going on over here, but I can do some looting. Looks like this is where they unload the new arrival's luggage. Uh-oh. I'm fighting a rat. Oh, I can actually do magic. It looks like it's grayed out. Let's go ahead and try the taunting totem. And just see how it works here. And I'm gonna back up a little bit. 1 point off, that's fine. Ooh, it's pretty tanky. And then we'll try Toxic Skull. 92% chance. 1 damage. Oh, okay, it's damage over time. And then we'll do grasping hands. Oh, that's pretty cool. And then I'm gonna back up. Now there is combat music, but I enabled streamer mode because apparently there are some copyright issues with the combat music. Just so you guys know, there would be a track playing right now. Alright, so this rat is currently poisoned for 2 more turns. I'm not sure if I can stack another poison. I don't have any ranged weapons right now. It'd be nice if I had something like that. So let's just go ahead and do Toxic Skull again. Dodged it. And then I'll just wait. Toxic Skull again. You know, the damage over time. Okay, so it doesn't seem like it's stacking, but it does increase the longevity back to the original damage over time length. I also get that 1 damage when I... Okay, good enough. Okay, we're gonna run up and punch now. Nice. 7 damage. And there we go. Doesn't look like there's any loot on this rat. There's a lot of blood though. $50. Wow, we're gonna... I think I'm at... Yep, there we go. We can go complete that quest now. We just grab the other loot out here. Ooh. Take a look at that. A basic grim looking voodoo staff. Can I equip it? Yes, I can. And there it is. Why is it showing the quest marker over here? Well, this is an objective area. Search the pier for your luggage and find your suitcase. Can't talk to that guy. Oh, here we go. Hey, nice. We got some healing potions. That should be good. Some more money. I don't see anything else. Oh, there we go. An angry man confronts you. You better have an explanation for your actions. Apparently I just stole from him. You think stealing is a joke, punk? Get ready for some not-so-funny consequences. Right, we can do sleight of hand, create a diversion, and say, look, that drowner stole a lady's hat. We can do deception. Not at all. Somebody stole my bag and I'm looking for it. Or we can fight. Let's go ahead and do deception, as I have a very high deception skill. The giant spins around to look for your imaginary drowner. He takes just long enough for you to grab the suitcase unnoticed. Typical. Why does good stuff always happen behind my back? I'm dead tired of standing here. I think I'll take a quick smoke break. Okay. Okay, that objective is done. Our luggage is not here. I don't know if I should be looting from this, but let's see if it gets me in trouble. Nope. Let's see if I can find something over here near our buddy Mick. Do all of our looting. Whoa, look at that, a hunting rifle. That looks really nice. I'm not sure if it's going to be very good for my voodoo shaman build, but a surprise blow, and it also requires reload. 11, a 1d10. 11 plus 1d10 damage. Okay, so it requires diesel technology. I don't think I can equip this. I'm gonna have to stick with the staff. Already back. Spill the beans,
Already
mate.
back?
Oh, okay.
Spill the beans, mate. Ernie's not gonna release me until we settle that debt.
I've got the cash. Let's go see Simon.
Splendid. We can go now. By the way, where's your suitcase? Mr. Simon said you would have one. Didn't you pick it up yet?
I checked the pier already. There was no sign of it.
Blast it all. All right. Let's take a look at the luggage belt then. It's got to be there.
Okay, now we have 2 party members. I'm not sure what the party size is. Sure you can find that doing a quick Google search. And we have our buddy Mick right here. We can check out, my god, man. He doesn't need no armor. He is the armor. Not sure if he's just gonna follow. Yep, there he goes. Okay. Search for your bag on the luggage belt. It'll be interesting to see, like, if you're able to push on without completing some of these objectives.
A police officer in a flashy tech outfit stands on the stoop, engaged in a quiet tete-a-tete with a man. For some reason, this piques Mick's interest. The man delivers a parcel to the officer, who accepts it with a subtle nod, before passing something back in return. Every few seconds, the cop checks his surroundings, suggesting that this is an illicit exchange.
Listen up, partner. I gotta sort a little something out with Jimmy. But I'll be back in 2 shakes, don't you worry.
Alright, go ahead, Mick.
I had a feeling we were gonna get along. Hey, Jimmy, my man.
The cop startles at Mick's exclamation, his countenance darkening as he looks up at the imposing giant. It's abundantly clear that he's less than thrilled by Mick's appearance.
What do you want, Mortensen?
Jimmy, you owe me a little something. And since I'm in the neighborhood, I thought I'd cash in.
The policeman's face grows another shade darker as he forces a smile onto his face.
Yeah, I think we need to have a little one-on-one off the record.
The policeman nods pointedly in your direction. The policeman's eyes are darting about, and he's breathing in harsh gasps.
We're on a tight schedule. Just give Mick what he wants and we'll be on our way.
Ha! My partner likes getting down to brass tacks. Knew we were on the same page, buddy.
Without ever taking his eyes off the policeman's, Mick wordlessly extends an open hand. Jimmy hesitates, but only briefly, his gaze snapping from the towering giant to you, then back again. Finally, he lets out a long, reluctant sigh and drops the mysterious package into Mick's massive palm.
Damn it, Mortensen. Here, take it. Gag on it, you bastard.
Mick grins with satisfaction.
And keep this between you and me, all right? Not a word to another living soul.
I understand. I'm not a kid in short pants, you know.
Alright. What do you got there, Mick? What the F was that?
How do I put it? To stay in prime condition like this requires a little something extra.
Steroids. Alright, now that your business is sorted, can we go talk to Simon?
Hold on a sec. There's something I've got to take care of.
Mick carefully unwraps the parcel to reveal a tiny heap of crystalline powder. It shimmers with different colors in the sunlight.
Oh,
He's just crying.
I'd have never made it through the mines without it. I was popping every single day. The work was that brutal. Thankfully, one of them flying critters was a friend of mine.
Mick expertly snorts up a dose of Orphan, and a blissful grin takes over his face.
Feel like giving it a shot? It'll toughen you up.
Oh yeah.
Orphan is a potent drug which amps up your strength and reactions, but leads to a painful aftermath later.
Yeah, we're gonna pass on that. We don't want to look like Mick.
You've got no idea what you're passing up, pal.
All right, let's push on. Definitely seems like a game where you want to take your time and click on most things. For the sake of time and just trying to make some progress and get into like some party combat, I'm not going to. I will click on this bird though. Athletics. Oh, so we can use Mick to catch the crow here, and he has a 65% chance. Oh no. That's pretty cool. Alright. Push on. A lot of cool stuff here though. Oh, I guess I was supposed to go this way. Okay. Oh, see, we have a luggage belt over here too. Okay, talk to the belt technician.
This dwarf is openly weeping, anguish etched on his face. He's surrounded by drained wine bottles, each a testament to his despair. As you draw closer, a noxious but familiar odor wafts over you, the acrid tang of rot gut, the cheapest of spirit. Totally plastered, the dwarf is wallowing in his misery.
Stop bothering me! Damn it! What do you want? Your bags? Nobody cared a fig about Finley McClatchy as long as everything was working. Nobody! Only when it all broke down did they start going, Finley, can you help me with my suitcase? Finley, can you find my purse? What do you want? Let me guess. Is it luggage? I just bet you want some fucking luggage.
35 or less, so not really looking good for us. Let's just say I don't want any trouble, buddy. I'm just here to pick up my suitcase.
You'll get your luggage. Can't you see the belt's not working? As soon as the conveyor... Leave me alone!
Okay. Intimidation, I would need a 50 or less. Oh, because we're using Mick. Very cool. Or we can do deception. Roll a 57 or less. Or persuasion. Let's do deception. Listen, I heard the port's getting a surprise inspection soon. You better fix this mess and quick.
Okay. I'll fix it. Just...
Okay. Is that it? Okay, retrieve the suitcase. Pick up your luggage. And this is our luggage right here. Now let's talk about the next issue, but in a quieter place. All right, where are we going, Mick? We're going to the... Well, the tavern's not really a quiet place. Now that we've got your luggage sorted, it's time to move on to the next phase. Because of the recent problems with the train, the city's main gate is under police lockdown. Sneaking your bag through isn't going to fly. That's where Red Simon's genius plan kicks in. You're going to pose as part of a theater crew who's been hired to welcome the newcomers. That's our move. Hold on a second. I'm not an actor. You don't need to be an actor. You're stepping into the shoes of the director's assistant. Easy. How exactly is joining a theater going to help us get through the police checkpoint? The troop can access the Tatterhold port via the staff entrance. No one's going to give your bag a second glance there. What's your plan for me? We've secured an assistant badge for you. The theater's director will be hanging around the square. Find out what he needs, run a few errands for him, then saunter right through the gate for workers. Just like that. Okay. Don't know if I can... Doesn't look like I can take control of Mick. When I click on him, doesn't seem like I can, like, walk around with him. Need a little bit of, we need a little bit of sound effects for the footsteps in this game, very lightly. Too silent. City's pretty big, isn't it?
You catch the sounds of a heated argument in the square, where a well-dressed dandy is shouting at a syndicate agent. Looks like things are about to get physical.
This is unthinkable! Absolutely not! I'm not going to do it! Your edits are a mockery of the performing arts.
Richard, it seems you misunderstood me.
Whoa, 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 not so fast, fella. It's Richard Maxwell Gracefield Paracy the Third to you! That's Paracy with an E!
No, of course. But you're deeply mistaken if you think we're asking your opinion on this. The head of the Eastern Syndicate must see the correct version of this play, the one we know he will enjoy. We've already made all the necessary changes. We hired you to direct this performance, and you will do what we tell you to do.
A little propaganda.
Period.
Oh! This is positively scandalous! You're making me dizzy. I think I'm going to faint.
That's the end of this conversation. I trust we understand each other now.
Oh, my vision is going blurry! And my legs, they're failing!
Richard Maxwell Gracefield Parazy III closes his eyes and dramatically flops to the ground. The syndicate envoy bends over and discreetly places a folder full of papers in the director's hands. Then, after spitting disdainfully to one side, he departs, leaving the director to his feigned unconsciousness.
Let's give the director a kick with our boot.
The director, seemingly much heartier than one might think, lets out a shrill feline screech before leaping to his feet with an astonishing burst of vitality.
Hey, watch it! Taking a little break here. That imbecile is gone, right? The goddamn ass-licker. He's going to pay for trying to force his gibberish on me. A douchebag who's never even had a manicure! Can you believe it?
Richard Maxwell Gracefield Parazy III, in his characteristically nonchalant fashion, fans himself with a thick folder, yet his gaze remains locked on Mick.
Ah, Mickey, a radiant Rosie. And who's this you've got tagging along? I'm running a smidge low on those little picnics, Mike. But give me 2 sunrises and we'll be flying high again!
Richard, can't you ever keep your trap shut? That's got nothing to do with our business right now. Got it?
Oh, I see. What do you want then?
You've been looking for an assistant, right? Here I am.
Assistant? I thought the world was going to end before you finally showed up. Where the heck have you been? No, don't answer that. I don't care. The whole place is going to hell. The local branch of the syndicate wants to make changes to my script to please their big boss, the head of the Eastern Syndicate. My script of my play. They want to murder my entire artistic aesthetic with their propaganda. Moreover, there's no way the actors can learn new lines in such a short time. Especially these actors. Have you seen them around, by the way?
Richard Maxwell Gracefield Parisi III wrings his hands nervously. But when his gaze returns to you, his eyes come to a sharp focus.
Why are you still standing here? Why aren't you racing around solving my problems and carrying out my
What am I, your errand boy? You haven't even asked me for anything.
Listen up, pal. You're my assistant, and you're going to do what I tell you. A good assistant needs to guess the maestro's wishes.
Nice.
Things must proceed smoothly so I can concentrate on the performance and bask in the applause. Is that clear enough for you?
What's wrong with the actors?
Can't you see? They're all drunkards. I will never, I repeat, never work with a provincial troupe ever again. It's almost showtime, but I don't see them getting ready backstage. They're probably wandering around someplace in a daze. Find them. Here's a list with all their names.
Okay, deception. Look, I'm gonna need some cash to cover expenses. Actors often have last-minute problems that can only be fixed with money.
Yes, of
Ooh,
course.
barely
We
succeeded.
don't have a budget for extra expenses, but I'll give you something out of... Fantastic! Now move, move, move! We're running out of time.
So we haven't gotten into much combat yet. But that's okay. I'm assuming that's going to come a little bit later. You can definitely tell that this game is heavy on the dialogue role-playing aspects, which I think is pretty cool. It's just important to note that. It seems to be a big focus of this game. Observation success. So okay, so I think it said this earlier, but since we passed the observation success, I think it gives us like maybe a smaller quest area on the mini-map up here. We have a bunch of... Actually, while we're here, let me click on a bunch of these options. So we have party formation. We have presets here. Nice. And we can also move them around ourselves. Mick should probably be in the front. My character can be back here. We have tech craft. Apparently that's taking me somewhere. I don't know what that just did. Magic craft. Spellcraft and enchantment of items. Use cards on the right side to craft new spells by dragging them to card slots on the left. So I read briefly about this, and you can craft your own spells in this game by dragging cards that you find into these slots right here. And it allows you to create some unique spells, which is kind of cool. Don't have anything right now to mess with that, though. In the journal, inventory, tutorial, and pause menu. Okay. Let's go back to our quest objective over here. A distinguished lady, through her war paint might suggest otherwise, is cursing to herself like a Steve Dorr on a double shift. It seems she's been fighting a sealed suitcase for quite some time and losing. The good madam is understandably a bit vexed. Yeah, my guess is a lot of these narrator scenes are missing just because they haven't added them yet, or... Yeah, I mean, it's early access, so hopefully they fill in all of these. Damn it! Oh, another goddamn chipped nail! Got a light, darling? My nerves are absolutely shot, and this is me trying to kick the habit, if you can believe it. I was convinced they were going to rob me of the role of Violetta, whispering backstage about my age as if I should take role of her mother. The audacity! Look at her portrait. But that graceful Paris, such a sweet man, still sees the star in me. He's a real professional. I'm looking for Madame Primrose Pennell. She's needed on stage right away. Darling, do you take me for a fool? What am I supposed to do with that dress? Do you expect me to lean up on stage in these rags? That damned gown is trapped in this blasted container, and this infernal lid is intent on defying me. I'll open it for you. Why, thank you, darling. Much appreciated. All right, we gotta open the chest. We have athletics check 100% with Mitch, who forcefully opens it. Sleight of hand 80%, or voodoo magic 100% chance. Use magic to open the suitcase. Reality bends to your will and the suitcase opens. Okay. At last, you have my heartfelt thanks, my dear, but the spotlight beckons and I mustn't keep waiting. Ta-ta. Okay. That one's done. A couple more up here. Oh, that's relaxing. I was gonna say, where did Mick go? Landon Baxter is muttering to himself, gazing down at a sheaf of papers in his hand. It looks like a script for a play. Well, I sure as heck didn't sign up for this now, did I? He doesn't notice you approaching. We're gonna cough. What? Who the hell are you? The director is looking for you. Please return to your dressing room. F him and his random whims. You tell him that. Make it loud and clear. Do you have a problem with the theater, sir? Yes, I have a problem. They want me to play some damn mage, this Nereo guy, an aberrant. Can you believe it? And they're just asking it of me, Landon Baxter, a third-gen technologist. I didn't sign up for this crap, and I sure as heck ain't gonna do it. We have a mage response here, because I am a mage, I guess. Pardon me, but that's discrimination. You have no right to insult mages like that. Ah, you're one of those mages, right? Activists, aren't you? Well, there's no use talking the likes to you. Do you realize that? I might never get a lead role in a play again, you know. Did you know actors who portray villains get paid less? What's your take on that? All right, we're going to resort to intimidation out of Mick here. Ooh. 20. Gotta roll a 20 or less. Persuasion, I have to roll a 5 or less. We could pay $60. Or we could tell him, screw you, you're coming off like a... Let's do that. Screw you. Oh, interesting. That doesn't get me anywhere, so I guess we have to... Let's give the guy $60. Oh, I wish you'd said that at the start. Off to the dressing room I go then. Okay. One more. Okay, what do we got going on here? Here we go. The elf is resting on a bench, squinting contentedly at the sun. The pointed lips of his ears move slightly in time with the music. In his left hand is a glass of bubbly golden wine. As you're about to speak, he raises his right hand and delicately presses his index finger to his lips, urging silence. Let's pause and listen to his music. It's an unfamiliar but cheerful melody, and it doesn't seem it will end anytime soon. The elf continues to smile serenely as he sips from his wine glass. Excuse me, are you Alan Phelan? The theater director needs to speak with you. As should be abundantly evident, my dear, I am engaged in matters of high importance. At this very moment I am immersed in the ethereal harmonies of my people's ancient music. Disturb me not. The elf raises the glass to his mouth again. However, only a few drops remain. Oh, how tragically unsurprising. The wine ran dry just as you arrived to intrude upon my moment. You've marred the splendor of my final sip. Indeed, I am Elaine, in the flesh and glory, but let it be known my transcendent talents shall be denied to Mr. Gracefield Paris until he adheres to every nuance of my exquisitely detailed rider. Such is the price of excellence. Elaine gestures emphatically at the empty wine glass. We'll just skip that one. I suppose I must reiterate. A room with a vista of the endless ocean. A robe of the most exquisite velvet with my legendary name, Elaine Felheim, sewn in gold thread. In a bottle of wine that does justice to my genteel tastes. Honestly, is simple competence too much to ask? Lo and behold, I see a room and a robe, but where, pray tell, is the wine? I shan't speak a single line nor strike a dazzling pose without it. Okay, I have something even better. Moonshine, pure as a baby's tears. Will that suffice? The elf is less than thrilled with this development, but he accepts the moonshine. At least it's the strong stuff, and I can find some cucumber to go with it backstage. Very well. I agree to your compromise. Okay, back to the director we go. Do 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 do.
Ah, you're back! Have you solved my problems yet?
Yes, it's all done.
What took you so long? There's only minutes left until the show starts and the actors aren't ready! There wasn't any time for them to study the Syndicate's nightmare script. This is going to be a disaster. I'm picturing it already. My Violet forgetting her lines in front of everyone. Listen, you're my last hope. I need you to work as our prompter. I'm sure you can distinguish between my masterpiece and the Syndicate's disgusting propaganda.
Well, this has got to be your magnum opus.
Did you say something, Giant? Go to the prompter's booth and get to work. And hurry up! Hey, hello there, fiery gentlemen and divine ladies. Welcome to the exclusive, incredible, and ultra-modern New World. I hope your trip here was as magical as my new hairstyle. Yes, I heard about those few small bumps you faced along the way, but that's all in the past. It's time to move forward into the future. Now, hold on tight, my friends, because the real star is about to appear. The boss of the gigantic Eastern Syndicate, the incomparable Wayne Zindo. Take the microphone, Director Zindo, please.
Welcome, newcomers, to our land. A land that lives and breathes freedom. At this point, I would normally be handing you a glass of wine while we all relax and have a nice chat, but today's circumstances call for a little improvisation.
Sounds like Saravox VA from Baldur's Gate 3.
Guessed, we've had a small problem with transportation. The train to New Arc has been delayed, but don't worry. Letta Jean and her team are already addressing this unpleasant issue. And when our system-wide automation is complete, such inconveniences will be nothing but a memory. You'll reach New Arc eventually, and I guarantee it will be all the more thrilling for the wait. In the interim, the Syndicate has prepared a special gift for you. A drama arranged by New Arc's acclaimed stage director, Richard Maxwell Gracefield Parisi III. Mr. Gracefield Parisi and his troupe will put on a performance of The Broken Heart of the Enchanted Beast. I hope you enjoy it as much as I know I will.
You got the play's script in hand, though not a single line has managed to evade the conspicuous scrawl of a red pen. Zindo's underlings have revised the entire text, transforming the director's vision into an extended series of advertisements. Worse, the actors haven't had time to commit these revisions to memory. Now you must step into the spotlight and guide everyone through the tsunami of altered text. But first, you must decide whether to stick to the original script or navigate the Syndicate's adaptation.
Today, you will witness a love story unfold, and a vicious trap sprung, all in a sea of blood. Let this be a warning for any who dare bridge the gap between technology and magic.
Nerio, dear Nerio, this love's a snare. For magic and technology clash and flare. Their realms apart, they shan't entwine.
Okay, continue. Yet thanks to Mr. Zindo, new possibilities now may shine.
Yet, Mr. Zindo's new possibilities now may shine.
My sweetest violets, defy this decree. Magic smites thy world's not to me.
Look at his mask.
Oh, Nerio, the Weaver's darkest blight. Their reckless magic turned day to night. We must respect the laws and ne'er sway, or risk they'll lead us far astray.
Herald, mark my words, thou shalt see. Great power from the rifts mine shall be. Weaver's gifts, I'll claim them all. My might and magic, they shall enthrall.
Nerio, beware! This path is fraught with peril and darkness. Heed the thought. Heed the thought. The thoughts.
In the realm of creation, automatons make their stance.
In the realm of creation, automatons make their stance. And with a fair maiden's favor, best your magical pants.
My dear Gerald, thy fears I will ignore. I crave this magic and I must have more. And Violet, my heart's desire, her love and power shall all conspire.
Violet! Fair Violet! I know her well. Her heart is in science, not some spell. To woo her with magic would be a ruse, and such dark intentions she must refuse. Young hearts entangled in this perilous strife, a clash of realms portends doom in life.
Let's go with number 1. No, let's go with number 2. If Nerio has forsaken magic, trust in the Syndicate's might.
If Nerio has forsaken magic, trust in the Syndicate's might. Zindo could have saved his mind amidst this perilous fight.
Nerio, dear Nerio, we must now part ways. For magic's darkness obscures your gaze.
Zindo's automatons with more wisdom in store.
Zindo's automatons hold more wisdom in store than any mage. So here we part forevermore.
No, Violet, you can't break free, it's clear. My soul is bound to dark magic. My dear.
Oh, Nerio! Your transformation's too extreme. An abhorred mage, a nightmarish gleam. We can't bridge the gap betwixt realms so vast. For magic and tech allied can't last.
Beware of magic, upright and fair. It tempts and beguiles, but can't truly care. Love or friendship with a mage are bare. In the blink of an eye, mage turns nightmare.
I like these scenes. They just seem to be a bit drawn out.
A complete failure.
Okay, the balance of magic and technology has changed in this region. A higher magic level provides advantages to your mages in combat and exploration, while a higher technology level benefits... Yeah, so I should probably stick to trying to make magic more powerful. Mick says, I didn't think you were the type to flip-flop just to fit in with the administration. True. As long as Zindo's people keep watching the entrances and exits, we're stuck with a one-way ticket to Harbor Slums. If your new friends catch us with the artifact in our suitcase, there's no one to save us but the Lawbringer himself. So if we go to the Harbor Slums, we won't come back here. Let's go to the Tatterhold Gate. Hoping we get into another combat encounter or pick up another party member here shortly, because I'm going to be cutting off the video here soon.
As if from nowhere, a woman's voice calls out to you. You turn to find a woman standing right beside you.
Oh yeah, this is a companion. Has to be.
You're all but certain she wasn't there until the moment she spoke.
Hey, guys. Hello. Are you friends with Director Zindo?
Let's do an observation check. Take a closer look at this newcomer. Roll 50 or less.
She looks like an ordinary spellcaster. One who thankfully shows no signs of becoming an abhorred. Neither does she seem aggressive.
We're simply cooperating for the time being.
Hey, buddy. Didn't your mom ever tell you not to chat up people you don't know? Especially those throwing around all kinds of questions?
Thanks, Mick. I can handle this.
Got it, partner.
When you turn from your brief exchange with Mick, you find that your counterpart has vanished just as quickly as she appeared. Judging by everyone else's reaction, or lack thereof, they didn't notice anything out of the ordinary.
Survival check here. Look for any traces the woman might have left.
After carefully scanning your surroundings, you spy the faint footprints, presumably belonging to your new acquaintance. You can't tell where they lead, but it does confirm the woman was physically standing here a moment ago.
She seems she's done with questions.
Yeah, that was a weird one, all right. But you shouldn't let that kind of thing mess with your head. It's nothing out of the ordinary, partner. Not for these parts, anyway. It pays to be prepared for anything, especially the unexpected. Welcome to the Tatterholt slums, once a pirate haven, back door to the new world. This quarter used to be the source for all things contraband, drugs, fugitives, magical creatures, and everything else that makes life interesting. Things aren't quite as lively since the Syndicate rolled in, but you might still find something to your liking. We've got the Quiet Bay Bar, the Wet Harbor Brothel if you're looking for some extracurricular activities. And if you ever need a bigger gun, the Syndicate even set up a factory with an automaton production line. That would be a wise purchase, trust me. The streets are filthy with bandits and muggers here. All kinds of roaming gangs will try to corner you if they smell money. And have you heard about the drowners? The curse that cluster around the shipyard? Some days they outnumber the pigeons and mice combined. I wouldn't say mages are common exactly, but they're around and they're not in hiding. Then there's plenty of folks from the old world too, like Old Man Rubiek, a local attraction who lives under the bridge. Hard to miss him. Mr. Simon runs the show here, of course. Speaking of which...
Not keep him waiting. Yes, let's go meet Mr. Simon.
And off we go.
Okay, into another district. Somebody is watching us. Hoping to get into like a sizable combat encounter here. I didn't want the video to go this long, but I also want you guys to see at least a little bit more of the combat. Now have enough XP to level up your characters. Okay, we'll check that out. Open the inventory and look for character stats. Be good to show this off. And I have, it looks like 5 points here to spend on skills, and they're now divided into different categories. Let's go ahead and just increase the skills that we already have. We'll do deception. Sure, we'll do them all into deception. We have our perks and our traits. Okay, and then Mick. We'll go ahead and boost up his athletics. Talk to Simon. I'm in Tatterhold slums, safe and sound with the package. It's time to meet Red Simon. Wonder if the entire game takes place in the city. What the heck is going on up here?
Hey, Eddie. You heard anything about a circus rolling into town?
Nah, I haven't caught wind of it. Damn, just look at that guy. Is that a face or what? Just like my mother-in-law when me and Lizzie were marrying, right? Hey.
The policemen start laughing, apparently blocking the way for the strange crowd led by the dwarf. Everyone but him appears utterly devoid of comprehension. In a bizarre reaction to the jest, the dwarf begins gesticulating with an air of near hysteria.
Let us in! Let us in! I must speak to Director Zindo immediately. The horrors, pure horrors, I tell you. I've got secrets to tell, dreadful secrets. I've seen them. I have proof. People vanishing, poof without a trace. Leslie, it's a nightmare. What seemed like a great mind is but a sham. Awful, awful deeds. He's actually a fake. Little ones, old ones, entire families.
Maybe this is a companion? Alright, we'll do magic knowledge. Oh, 30 or less. We'll see. We'll see this. We'll try this anyways. If I fail, I haven't really failed too many. I try to decipher something about these odd creatures.
You focus your attention,
Man,
endeavoring to discern
I'm good at these dice
any
rolls.
magic within these entities. Alas, there's nothing tangible. However, an unmistakable sense lingers, a remnant of magic that once permeated these creatures. Regrettably, it appears fleeting, and you are unable to get an understanding of its nature. The dwarf begins to almost drown in the incoherent flow of words.
There's no time for that. No time at all. They cloned everyone. Director Zindo, his assistant. I must inform him at once. He needs to know everything. Leslie Harrington, that's a crime. They're dabbling in horrors, twisting ordinary folk into monsters. They must be exposed. What the horror? People are going missing, abducted for their wicked experiments. Let us in. He must see.
Abruptly, a growl rumbles from the throng. Horror grips the dwarf's expression as one of his companions trembles, green liquid bubbling within the mechanism on his back. Gradually it spreads, enveloping the entire crowd of creatures. As their heads lift, a predatory glare fixes upon them.
No, stop! We have to see the director. He must...
Without warning, the creature flings the dwarf aside, his head meeting the ground with a resounding thud, silencing him. The crowd roars into the fray.
Oh, fuck!
Okay, here we go. Hey, that's exactly what I was waiting for. I wish the dwarf would join us, though, but alright. We can zoom around. We have 4 zombies here. Our dwarf is just on the ground, and the police officers, I'm not sure if they're going to be helping or not, but let's go ahead. It looks like my character got first in the order of turns. Let's go ahead and start off with we're going to start off with the voodoo attack. Let's put down one of the totems. We'll do the taunting totem and try to face these guys the other way. Oh, nice. That has a really big radius. Okay, and then I still have 1 point left, and we're going to do a toxic skull on... We'll do it on this guy. Start that poison damage. And then I'm going to, of course, back the heck up. Oh, the WASD is super sensitive. Not sure what this... Okay. I'm gonna have to look a little bit more into the nuances of combat here. In the armor bar and the health bar and everything. Okay, Mick's turn. We have Stunning Blow. Sprint, which adds extra movement points. We have the Punch. Opportunity Attack and Block. Let's go ahead and we'll just take on this guy right here. Nice. Okay, that's a 3 cooldown. Oh, just took an opportunity attack for misclicking right there. Alright, let me try this voodoo. It actually might be a melee attack. Oh no, it's not. Okay, so we're going to use my staff now. We're going to do it on this guy. Nice! Nice, nice, nice. And then we're also going to do... I'm not sure if this is going to hurt friendlies, the grasping hands. I don't think it does. It says damages enemies, so I'll place this AoE on the ground and try to hit all 4 here. Nice, 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 nice. It's kind of odd without the music, isn't it? All right, let's we're just gonna do a punch. And another punch. And then we're going to do a voodoo staff attack. Nice. The policeman pauses for a couple of minutes to catch their breath. Then one of them speaks to the other, but too softly for you to hear. The one you assume must be Ed nods in response and turns in your direction as Jeffrey approaches you. These city weirdos, am I right? Thanks for your help, mister. We'll handle it from here. Okay. Leave. Can I talk to the dwarf? He's dead, I guess. Okay. Dang, he would have been a cool companion. Do a little looting here. Metal scraps. Let's push on a little bit further. And the bestiary has been updated. And yes, it is pronounced bestiary. I know a lot of people get mad at me when I say that, but look it up. Okay, we have rats in here. I like this. I like how we have all this information on the creatures. We're unlocking different ones as we play here. Some weird stuff. We have a shopkeeper. Let me see if I can check that out real fast. Okay, the trade menu. Just want to make sure we at least see what this looks like. Buy items from this menu by dragging them to your inventory or double clicking. Okay. We have both sides here for the barter. This is my inventory and this is the shopkeeper's. So we could take, man, these guns are nice. I don't want to sell any of this right now because I don't know what I'm going to use it for. But let's sell one item. Let's sell the wire. All right, so you get 100, trade, barter, and there we go. Okay, seems pretty straightforward. Oh, we have a reputation system. Hold on. If we look in the bottom right here, you can see minus 30%. So keep that in mind. I like seeing RPG mechanics and systems like that. Sir, I'm on my rounds and it's not my work. I'm not your personal caretaker to run to the hospital. Do yourself a favor and go on your own. How the heck am I supposed to move, you fool? I can barely walk. My wife's in need of a damn doctor. I'm so fed up with this. You pour the prime of your life into this country, and what does it do for you? Not a damn thing. The young policeman shifts uncomfortably, aching to escape, yet his youthful conscience keeps him close to the old man. The moment he notices you, a glint of hope sparkles in his eyes. You! Me? What? He stares at you confused and then turns red with irritation. Damn you all, don't waste my time. For goodness sake, listen here. Help out this old man. Supposed to be a doc from the local leprosarium. Checking on him. Not for me, you fool. My wife. All right. Let me get through this really quick. I just want to look up here. I do want to take my time with that dialogue, but I want to make sure that we're showing different things. We're just going to come over here. I feel like this requires like a much longer video to show off the game systems and mechanics, which in my opinion is a good thing because it seems like there's a lot going on here. Come take a look down here. Maps seem pretty big too. And yeah, I'm going to call it there for this video, because it takes a while to upload 1440p, and the longer I go, the longer it's going to take to not only export, but also to upload to YouTube. So thank you guys so much for watching. Since it doesn't seem like I was able to get to a lot of the systems and mechanics that this game offers, I would definitely recommend checking out some other channels that might do like an overview video. I think Slandered Gaming said he was going to do one. I'm sure Mortismal probably did one already, most likely. But yeah, my first impressions, I would say, are pretty good. I'm definitely interested in this CRPG. I really like the role-playing mechanics that I've been experiencing, especially all of the the skills, the passive checks, the dialogue checks. I think all of that's great. Haven't really experienced combat that much to really have a good feel for it, but I think I like what they're aiming for. Overall, it does seem like the game still needs a lot of work, but this is the start of early access. So yeah, I'll keep an eye on this game. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. I think it's a cool idea for a game, and I like to support CRPGs when I can. And I like the, I think I like the vision that they have here for this game. Hopefully they're able to complete it and make the game that they want to create, because it's pretty cool. Yeah, check it out. And on Steam, if you want to participate in the early access, I think the price tag is pretty cheap, but also just know that participating in early access is never guaranteed that you're going to get the game that you want. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thanks.